Taylor is an adult with autism. Taylor was diagnosed with autism when he was 2 years old. It was his 24-month checkup.
He didn't have the ability to communicate. He would communicate with his hands. He could point. He understood language. He just couldn't express himself. We knew early on he was very intelligent, and we really strived to get him into a mainstream environment, and Arlington ISD was our school at that time. And they were really very good about accepting him, and once he turned 4, he was able to go into a pre-K, a regular pre-K with regular kids, and he thrived.
He loved computers. Very early on, he loved computers, and I would share my computer with him. He quickly jumped from playing with the computer to programming computers. It didn't take long where he was reading books on writing HTML web pages, reading the books and then doing it.
It became obvious he was very intelligent, and that we just had to work on the social behavior aspect of it so that he could achieve his full potential.
He did well in school. There was, of course, behavioral issues. He went from his high school to junior college. It was actually near where I work, so he would commute with me every day to work, and it was a wonderful experience. And then once he finished junior college, he went and finished his degree, got a degree in information systems, which is what he'd always wanted.
He spent a year at home after he graduated before we really got serious about looking for a job. I mean, it's just like he just didn't get the right help. But once we got on with Tempe and Creative Achievements, he was seriously looking for a job. Tempe was looking, he was looking, and he felt optimistic again, where I think he'd even given up on the ability, whether he was going to find a job or not. Tempe always made us feel like she truly cared. And that I just didn't see before with the other agencies. She took Taylor as a unique person. And I remember her telling me over and over, we don't want just any job, we want the right job for Taylor. And that I'm so glad that we waited for that, and thankful for her.
Creative Achievements helped me find this job at the Crouch Group in Denton, Texas. The title is entry-level web developer, but what I do is maintain and occasionally build the website. Number 2, and this probably ends up being a good chunk of my job, is SEO related, both on-site and off-site. And number 3, started social media work.
Taylor did not have a difficult time fitting into our dynamic. He came in and began working with Steve Horn, and the rest of us kind of kept to himself. But we began to see aspects of his personality emerge. He's a hard worker. He is a very structured in terms of how he does everything. And we began to sort of see that sort of self-discipline that he has, and that really worked well for us.
And I think he loves the fact that he's the expert there in his field, that they really, he's not like somebody just he's actually just, they give him free rein in his field, and he's been able to shine, been able to rise to the level and shine, right? Mm-hmm. So,
having a career in the field that I trained and studied and inspired for, it feels great. Not so much being in college, but the period of years after college, I definitely had doubts that I could get such a job. Just gotten so down from the experience of sending in my resumes to a whole bunch of different jobs and then just going into a pile never to be seen again.
All of his life, this is what he wanted to do. And so it's wonderful that he's doing that. Now I feel more secure about his future, and less worried about his future, and less worried about what he'll be doing when we're gone, because I think he'll be okay because of the job.
I think Taylor will be a very valuable employee for us for years to come.
Oh, it makes me feel great to actually be successful, to start to have some success, and to finally be going places with my career.